Hey guys, Evan here with the Old School Labs, and we have some bodybuilding news. First, Hadi with his physique update or a gym selfie. I mean, what you can see right here is, well, of course, first you can see that this funny beard and funny mustache. Did he dye it? I think he did that for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it's a joke. He looks funny for sure, but the entire physique of his, it looks good. He's thick. I mean, the arm looks much bigger than before, but I think the mirror is split apart and you have an effect of his arm looking much bigger than it actually is. But you guys know that Mr. Olympia, that was his probably biggest flaw. I mean, overall his upper body, his front upper body, well, also his back and the back double bicep wasn't exactly that great, but his upper body, I think especially his arms, weren't that good. Everything else, I mean, he had pretty thick chest, the abs were great, shoulders are also pretty good. In the back lat spread, his back was really good. Back double bicep, not that good. But the main thing that I would say that he was lacking were arms. So he should improve on that. Arms and forearms as well. How important forearms are as far as the judging criteria goes, not that important. But I guess you can say that it made the difference between Kai and Phil. It seems like Phil won because of the forearms and because of the traps. But also he was more conditioned, so there was that. So I guess it's not great to have a gap on your physique like that, not having good forearms, but it's not that bad. Like forearms and calves, they are often overlooked. As far as the arms, that's important. It's not as important as, let's say, back or chest or legs, but arms are very important. I mean, a good pro needs to have good arms. Does Hadi have good arms? Yeah, his arms are good, but are they in the level of Bonek and Brandon Curry or Dexter or Roelly? No, they are actually a little bit smaller, but I would like to see him improve on that. Based on this photo, can we tell that he improved his arms? No, not really, we cannot. At this point, how much can he really grow? One muscle group? Not that much. I mean, he can become bigger or more conditioned, but to just grow his arms an inch or two or something like that, that's probably not gonna happen. Maybe if he injects more oil into them, I would guess that he already has a lot of oil in it, as many people actually think. Some people don't believe that some of the pros are using it, but every pro is using a Synthol in one muscle or the other, and I think Hadi used quite a bit in his shoulders and his arms. It doesn't matter, it looks good. It's not that obvious. I mean, the experts will notice, but most people won't notice. It's not obvious, so it's good. It's properly done. And yeah, his arms, they could be bigger, but I mean, he can still win the Mr. Olympia if the other guys come a little bit off. And he peaks perfectly like he did at the Vancouver Pro when he won and he destroyed the whole lineup. And that was just mind-blowing physique. He peaked so perfectly, so full, so shredded, it was just amazing to see that. Alright, next is George Peterson with a new physique update. And yeah, I mentioned him recently in one of my previous videos, but this one is more complete. You can see the entire front relaxed pose or a lat spread, something in between. And it's also a pretty high quality photo, unlike the footage that we had before. So here you can see that he looks absolutely outstanding. He looks amazing. He looks to be in a really good shape. I mean, this guy always brings the conditioning, and he's 5 weeks out currently, and he's gonna be doing 212 this time around. I'm pretty sure Kamal Gargni has no intentions of competing anytime soon. He's the Mr. Olympia champion. He's gonna just try to defend his title, Mr. Olympia come. But Derek Lance was also same thing. He is the runner-up and he's probably prepping for that thing as well. Who else is gonna show up? I'm not sure, but I don't see any other 212 competitors that are really this good. I mean, on this level, because George looks absolutely amazing. He's really complete. I mean, what I don't like about his physique, the only thing that I don't really like is the fact that he doesn't have a very long neck. Right, I mean, his neck is, I mean, in this pose right here you can kind of see it, but his traps are not very high. You know, that area of his shoulders is kind of flat and they're just head on it. And for classic, it doesn't look super classic. For classic, I like to see long neck. It looks much better. It looks much more classic or aesthetic. But for 212, it's not necessary. Other than that, he's super aesthetic. I mean, he's very symmetrical. He has nice lines. He has the conditioning. His stomach looks really good. I mean, his back is one of the best backs in the history of bodybuilding, let's be honest. Not size-wise, but development-wise, yeah. It's really complete back and really thick back as well. So we're going to see him in 212 this year for the first time ever. And how will he fare against the other 212 guys? I can just say he's gonna do some damage, some serious damage at whatever pro show he does and at the Mr. Olympia as well. In my opinion, he has a legitimate chance of winning the Mr. Olympia in 212. Even that, yeah. Yeah, it's a bold statement, but I think it's possible. What do you guys think? Tell me down below. Alright, next up we have Roelly Winklaar with a new physique update. I think it's a new photo. We have this one and another one as well. And I wanted to wish him a happy birthday. Roelly turned 43, actually. Would you believe? But this photo is a professional photo, so who the hell knows when this was taken. I was more interested by this one. This is a gym photo, just a regular photo that somebody snapped. And this seems, I mean, it's more likely this one to be recent. It's him with his brother and another guy here in the middle. You can see Roelly's arm. That looks, I don't know. This is the biggest arm ever, probably, possibly in bodybuilding. I mean, look at the size of that thing. What the hell is that? What the hell? How thick an arm can be? I mean, this is probably as big as an arm can get. Where would you add any more mass? It's impossible, pretty much. So, yeah, he's keeping the size. If this is recent, I believe it is. And, yeah, I mean, you guys know that the size was never the problem for Roelly. He just kept growing and growing year after year. It's going to be all about the conditioning. In 2018, he brought really good conditioning and he placed third at the Mr. Olympia. Everybody expected him to do the same thing and, win the Mr. Olympia 2019. He didn't do that. He came off. And that's probably why he lost. The year before, he was able to beat Bonac and Brandon Curry. This time around, if he brings the conditioning again like he did in 2018, I mean, yeah, Brandon improved. Bonac probably didn't improve that much, but, he sometimes comes fuller, sometimes he comes flatter, but more conditioned. But, I mean, guys, whatever Bonac brings, I think Roelly is just a better bodybuilder, more complete, taller, bigger, wider frame, and so on. So I believe that Roelly can beat Bonac, whatever shape Bonac brings, if Roelly is on. Can he beat Brandon? A little bit tougher, but I still think he can beat Brandon. I think he's a better bodybuilder than Brandon because he has legs. Brandon has better back than Roelly, but Roelly has fine back. In the back double bicep, yeah, it's pretty bad, but it's not as bad as Brandon's legs. I think Brandon's legs are really weak, and I think if Roelly comes in shape, he can win the Mr. Olympia. But he has the mass. That's what we can see right now. Will he bring the conditioning? Well, let's hope for it. Alright, next up we have a physique update, a posing video of Hassan Mostafa, who is also getting ready for a show. He is trained by Chris Acero. This guy is from Egypt, just like Big Ramy, and also just like Big Ramy, he is a size freak. He is a monster, especially through the legs, just like Big Ramy, but even better if you ask me. He has more separation. Right now, he's not show ready, of course, but he can bring the conditioning, unlike Ramy. He can really come in shape, and it seems like he is making improvements. It seems like he is growing. But at this point, how much muscle can he actually grow on this frame? I mean, he pretty much reached his maximum potential as far as the size. What he can work on is, coming more conditioned and basically gaining that muscle maturity. I mean, that's the thing. He can improve some things. For example, he's a little bit narrow upstairs, kind of like Phil Heath. He doesn't have the widest clavicles, right? He's not too wide in the shoulders. So what he can do is try and grow his shoulders and his lats. That would create an illusion of having a wider clavicles or just wider shoulders, basically better V taper. But other than that, I mean, he's really complete. He has big arms, he has big chest, insanely big legs, good back, really good back. Everything is just spot on. It's just the fact that he's a little bit tight upstairs. Kind of like Phil Heath, but look at his most muscular. Just super impressive. This guy is a potential. I believe this guy's gonna be top 3, top 4 at the Mr. Olympia soon. All right, next and the last news or whatever in this video is gonna be Kai Greene with whatever the hell is going on right here. I mean, I can just say that I wasn't sure about making this video because I don't really know what to say. I'm not sure what exactly is going on. Why is he doing this? Is he getting ready for some kind of movie role? I don't think so. I didn't even want to check because, I don't know, it's just weird. I believe this is just another attempt of Kai to gain attention. He just doesn't know what else to do at this point, and he's desperate, I guess. He will do anything just to gain more people to follow him so he can sell more stuff and earn more money. I mean, it is fine when actors do this for a role in a movie, like Arnold did, for example, but just, to make a funny video or whatever he's doing, I'm not sure. I mean, he's not an actor. He's doing this just to gain more attention. I don't know. I'm not really sure how to feel about this, but I can tell you that I feel weird about it. And whatever you guys think, tell me down below in the comment section. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe for more bodybuilding videos like this. All the best, guys, and keep it old school.